Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Arkansas Gun Guy, where today I have a comparison video on two guns that probably no one on the planet is looking to be compared to each other. But I think they have more in common than you would think, and that is the Springfield Armory XDM Elite 3.8 inch compact OSP in 10 millimeter. That's a mouthful. Versus the H&K 45C. So first point in the comparison video, first point goes to H&K for brevity, because this is a mouthful. But again, on paper, you would think these guns are not at all the same, because one is a 10 millimeter striker fired handgun and the other is a 45 ACP hammer fired gun. But again, they do have a lot of things in common I'll talk about. My favorite thing is actually the sense of irony they share, because Springfield Armory, for their made in America, or their USA image of Springfield Armory and their all-American gun, if you look closely, this guy was made in Croatia. There you go. So the all-American gun from Springfield, made in Croatia. But not to be outdone, H&K, with all their famous German heritage, has this beautiful gun that was made in Columbus, Georgia. So most H&Ks are made in Germany, but this guy made in Columbus, Georgia. So all-American company, gun made in Croatia, German heritage, made in the USA. So kind of ironic as well, right? But again, they're both very small, easy to carry weapons that carry large calibers. So I thought I'd take a look at them. Plus I owned them, and I am trying to be the first internet gazillionaire by making gun videos in the basement. At least that's what I've told my wife. So comparison-wise, the H&K is a little bit bigger. It has a 3.9 inch barrel, just over, versus a 3.8 inch barrel in the 10 millimeter. The length, the H&K is slightly longer. If you look at it on here, I think 6.75 and 7.25 inches roughly. So a little longer on the H&K, a little wider as well. I think 1.2 inches on the Springfield versus 1.5 on the H&K. Again, note that the Springfield is optics ready, so bonus point for that on the Springfield. The height, again, the H&K is a little bit taller by almost an inch actually. So, but that's important. I'll talk about that in a second with the grips. And weight-wise, this guy's about an ounce and a half heavier than this guy, 27 and 28 and a half ounces. So again, taking a look at these, I'll look at the sight radius first. They both have really nice but different sight radiuses. This guy, you have the fiber optic front post there, and the U-shaped notch in the back for an interesting sight picture that way. So very easy to shoot this gun. Actually, they're both really easy to shoot. The H&K has got your night sights up front with the blacked out rears, and you get a really nice sight picture there as well. So again, a draw on the sights. I like them both. You can shoot them both the same. Let's see, as far as, let's look at the trigger. Actually, the one thing else I like is the left-handedness of them. They're both ambi, fully ambi, so that's nice for a left-handed guy like me. And you got your slide catch here, same thing on the Springfield. This has a button release on both sides. This guy has paddle laces. I like the paddle laces for the H&K, but again, they're both ambi, so call that a draw as well. Looking at safety features, especially if you want to carry with one in the chamber. Let me take the magazine out here and do a safety check for you. So I'll clear here. And on the H&K, drop this guy out. Again, I'll clear here as well. So the Springfield has got a couple of safety features built in. You've got the trigger safety here, as well as the grip safety there. So easy or less of a chance of shooting yourself carrying an appendix, because no one wants to do that. H&K though, also a couple of safety features. My favorite safety feature is the hammer. Keep your thumb on the hammer as you holster it, nothing's going to happen, but you also have a safety there as well. Now, this safety also doubles as a decocker, so you can put one in the chamber and then decock it like that. So both equally safe to carry those big rounds in. I did a comparison of the dimensions. I forgot to mention, I think this guy holds 10 or 11 rounds actually, versus only 8 rounds at the 45. So a bit of an advantage to Springfield on capacity. Again, personal preference, 10 millimeter is my favorite cartridge. It's expensive to shoot, but boy, I sure do love that cartridge. Now, I am also kind of an H&K fanboy, so I like the H&K as well. This is probably going to be a tie in the end, but just both really nice pistols. Looking at the triggers, the Springfield comes with this match enhanced trigger assembly, meta they call it. Also has a matched barrel. Again, it shoots great, but again, a look at the trigger. Again, you are safe. Look at the trigger here. You got a little bit of take up, squishy, squishy, pull. And then the reset. You got a fake reset there, and there's the reset. I don't know what that first click is about. I don't see that in other people's videos, but there's the first click, and there's the reset. So again, the double click is weird and annoying, but it works just fine. It shoots great. You also have the, I like the striker indicator there that you pull the trigger and, oops, you see that it no longer fires. So trigger is super nice on there. The H&K trigger is super crisp and nice. I'll just cock it here so you can see a little bit of take up, and then it just snaps. Rack it and pretty short reset and goes bang again. So I don't know, that's a tough call. I'll call it a draw again. This trigger has always been clean. I love it. This trigger surprised me with how good it was. I've never had a match enhanced trigger assembly before, but this is a nice one. Probably the only drawback I see on the Springfield versus the H&K, again, love 10 millimeter, and that's my favorite cartridge, but the grips are different on these. You'll see that the H&K, even without the magazine in there, I've got pretty much a full take on the grip there. And now this thing does come with adjustable back straps. You take the push pin out and you can put a different size back strap on here. It comes with small, medium, and large. Came with medium, I left it on there. It feels great. Honestly, the H&K P30s feel a little better, a little more ergonomic, but this guy feels awesome. When you put the magazine in there with the little toe out here, it is easy to hold in your hand and get a nice, strong grip. So I really, really like the H&K grips. The Springfield was a bit of a challenge. You notice the H&K was taller. There's a reason, because on the Springfield, you get the floating pinky if you had this thing flush. Now, originally it came with a flared mag well, which is even awkward because you either had to take your pinky under the mag well or have it smushed up here with the other guys. And I usually went for the smushed option because it helped me with recoil on the two guns. But I took the flared mag well off. Now I have just a standard mag in there, which does give me more of a full purchase on the gun. It does look awkward with the large back strap. Again, this also has interchangeable back straps. This is the large version, comes with small and medium as well, but you have this weird drop off here and weird area there that makes it look weird, but totally shootable. So maybe a draw on the grip. This one looks better. This one just took a little bit of work to get used to with the triggers. The only other really big difference I called it earlier was this one's optics ready. I haven't done the optic. It came, there's an option for a Firefly optic. I'm not sure what else it shoots. Again, I like the sight picture good enough and I shoot it really well. So I probably won't ever put an optic on that one. And this one is not milled for an optic. So all that to be said, they're probably pretty equal. If I had to grab just one because the zombies are coming, it's tough because I love 10 millimeter and you can get so many more rounds in here, but H&Ks go forever and are super reliable. I don't know. Which one would you guys choose? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. If you would, please like and subscribe. It'd help me a ton with the algorithms on the YouTubes. Thanks again.